Hello everyone, welcome to another RPA video. I hope you are all doing fine. So today we'll be discussing about a new topic in UiPath automation, that is library creation in UiPath with user input. So before starting our video, I would like to request please subscribe to our YouTube channel and please share the video with your friends if you like, and please hit the like button. So before starting our topic, let's come to our agenda. Today's agenda is what is library creation in UiPath, what is library in UiPath, how to create library in UiPath, how to publish library in UiPath, and finally how to add that library package in activity panel of UiPath. I hope you know about the activity panel that when we do some automation in UiPath. So this is the activity panel. Let's start. The first topic is what is library in UiPath. A library is a package which contains multiple reusable components, small components, and that libraries are saved as init.integer file and can be installed as dependencies to workflow using package manager. Next, the library can be packaged and used in other processes as an activity. So what does it mean? That we can create library package which contains multiple reusable components which we can accumulate and create that library to use in a different our process as a reusable component. We don't need to create those packages or those activities again and again in the different processes. We can use that package and simply those activities will be done using that package. And the library can be packaged using other process as an activity. So this is what is library. Welcome. Next, how to create library in UiPath. Go to Studio, Backstage, View, Start, Library. Then this opens the new blank library window. After that, fill in the name and take a location for library. Under the project panel, displays the tree view with the project folder and dependencies and new activity. Suppose this is the icon, library icon. If I will go to a new, suppose if I'm starting with a new UiPath window, so here in the right side, I can see those icons, process, library, and template. So this is the library, which is saying that create reusable components and publish them together as a library. Libraries can be added as a dependence to automation process. Dependencies to the automation process, it means that this packages or libraries we can use in a different process, but there is a condition that we need to install those packages for those particular process, and it should be available in a common path which we can access for the different process. So before I go further, let's try create a library first. Then we can go for the next topic. So here I will create a small library, and that library we can import in a different process. So as you know that in a previous video that was about dynamic selectors and on wildcards, where I use this RPA challenge automation to show that the dynamic selectors and wildcards. So here one activity is there, one component is there, that is inside attached browser. I will be entering this user input. So that we can do in case of using this user inputs in a hard-coded way here, I can create one package in a library and I can invoke that package here and simply continue this process without using this component. So let me just copy this component and let's go to a different UiPath script. So let me create a new sequence and I am giving the sequence name as a user input. Right? Just I need to go to this home and create on library, and here this new blank library window will open where it is saying that create reusable components and publish them together as a library. Libraries can be added as a dependencies to automate the process. So I need to give a library name. So I can give it as a user input. And here I can give the details about that library, that user input for the process that was uh, not user. Let me create this one. We are creating a project for library. So we have created one blank project for library fusion. If I go to project panel, I can see new activity.xml. So this one I can rename also in order to make the understanding about a particular package. So I can give it as a user and click on OK. Now this name changed as a user output. A double click and open this name. Now I will go to that RPA challenge and just copy this browser and paste it here. I have this attached browser option, and now I will go here and we will be recurring this variable. If I go to variable plan, just I need to click those, I need to select those variables. I need to copy those. Let's copy this variable and go to that file project. So see, here we can see this is a blank project. The variable panel is blank. Just I will right click and click on paste. So I have pasted this variable. If I expand this one, and here if I go to properties, I can see this team need relay that is not there. So what I will do, I will copy this thing, go to there and paste it. So now this is fine. You go to attach browser. You see this my browser option is not there. So what would I do? I will be not using this attach browser option here. I will be deleting this attach browser and I will be using simple sequence with this user input service. Now, the main thing is these are the all variables. So suppose in a practical way, if we think that I am using this component and this is the external component, and if I will invoke this component into that project, particular project, in this project. So this this would be external component. If it is an external component, that I need to use this variables as an argument. That I need to give this my user input values into, I need to pass my user input values into this argument, and this argument will receive the value and process inside that module or that component. So what do I need to do? I need to change this user input into user input variable into the argument. First, I will select this variable, only the user inputs, not the other variables. And I will right click and convert to argument. So now this all arguments are converted into argument. Just I will change the variable name, argument name, in order to maintain the standard uh, procedure or standard uh, of UiPath, and coding standard of UiPath. And every time in our coding, we need to maintain our coding standard for UiPath. It would be very helpful for present and future. So arguments are ready, and if you can see, these arguments are showing here. So now what we need to do, we need to publish this package in order to use that library into our any other process. So in order to publish this, we need to use this icon as a publish. So before publish, this is a very important, that before publish any project or any process, it is a very standard way that we need to validate our project that it is fine, or any other error or any variables are not, if any variables or arguments are missing, or if any components or activities are not connected. So those things we need to do, or any validation errors are there. So if I can see the no validation error is there. So after this doing that validation project, validate project, I need to click on publish. So if I will click on publish, you can see one new window will appear, and it is saying publish library. We have three steps: package properties, publish of, and the certificate secret. Yeah. So we, for the basic purpose, I will be using only the common, very useful, and like we need to do this. Those fields I will use it. So first is packaging. So I will be continuing with the name of user package name. Version would be 1.0.0.0. The new version is 1.0.1, because previously I have created one package, that's why it's saying. So we can use this package name, or we can maintain the package version name as per our whatever the standard we are following. Based on that, we can do. Now package icon, this is not relevant, so that's why I'm not using. After this, I'm clicking on next. It is coming to publish option. Publish option, here two options are there. One is orchestrated shared library speed and custom. Orchestrated shared library speed is not available for this version. Which version I'm using for UiPath? It is a community version, so I will be using custom. Custom, if I use orchestrator, so it will be directly this package or library will be available in the UiPath API. From there, we can download the package. And if I use custom, then from my machine or whatever the machine we are using, from that we can select one location. from that location. In that location, in that library, in that folder, we can do that. We can save that package. So for now, learning purpose, I'm just keeping this package into the desktop folder. So we need to click on select folder. Now we can see this is the folder location it's showing us. These are the default options which will be checked always: include process, compile activity network. Library settings, activities root category. This one we can write down the library name saying that activity panel location library name is empty. So in activity panel, if I want, you can give this user input, it will be showing there. Now if I click on next, it will be showing the certificate signing. So I'm not doing anything here. We don't need that file. Now, after completing these three steps, you need to click on publish. So if I click on publish, it will be publishing and it will come up with a different window on simple message box. Let's wait for the message box. See, this is the message box with the info. It's saying that library published successfully, named user input version 1.0.1, and this is the location for that package. What is the desktop? So we need to click on OK. Our package is created. Now what we need to do, I will simply go to that another UiPath Studio project. This is RPA challenge. So here if I go and go to the home, and here is the setting. If I go to settings, so here if we see manage sources, inside the manage sources we have two different fields. That is default package sources. These are the default package sources for UiPath, and this is user defined package sources. Like if we want to any package we want to import here in UiPath for our process purpose, project purpose. So here we can import those packages. So before import this package, we need to give that location. So if I click on here and if I go to desktop and this select folder and select this folder, I need to give the package name. I think we already have one package created, so that's why this package it can't allow also. This is saying that it must be unique. Why it's saying? Because we already have created this package. That's why. So for this purpose, what we can do, we have this package, and to start this package, and if I go to UiPath, this is the local library of UiPath, and here I can uh, create one folder as library, and inside this one I can keep this package. So now if I go to UiPath again and just I go to document UiPath, and this is the library folder with the same name user input, and to add this. So now it's added. This package is added, you can see. Now if I go to bank and go to manage package option, and if I go to here, you can see project dependencies. We don't have that package which I have created. I'll go to all packages, and you can see this package is showing here. User input for RPA challenge. This is the version 1.0.1. If I expand this, you can see dependencies are there. Whatever the dependencies we are having previously defaults, those dependencies are here also. Now, what do I need to do? I need to install this one, and runtime rule I will be selecting lowest application version. So what would happen if I select this one? In the lowest application on a lowest application version, it will be running on. So I will click on install. So now it is installing, and then I click on save. So now the dependencies are adding. If the dependencies will be added successfully, then we can see this package inside the library into the user in the activity path. So when this in the time of this is adding, just let us see. So how to create library in UiPath, we saw practically that how we did to create the library, and now how to publish library in UiPath. So we'll be matching what we did, what this it is matching or not. Just we will be memorizing, and again we'll be revising how we did. To open the library project in Studio, we did that, and after that, from that ribbon, click the Publish button, and the Publish Library window opens. In the Package Properties tab, enter the package name. We did the same one. When the Publish window was there, we gave the package name. We gave the package name, and after that, click Publish. So I clicked on the Publish, and the package is now available in the local folder as a .newkj file. So that we can show that if I go to here, this is the .newkj file. So we have created that .newkj file. After creating this package, what would be done? How to add library package in the activity panel of yours. Open the manage package. We have opened that manage package. Search for the package and click on install button. Click on install button. We did that. Click on the install button. Then click on the save button following. After the clicking install button, one a clock sign was there, orange color. That means it was installing. After that, we clicked on the save button. After clicking save button, and finally the package will be available on the activity panel. This one will be seeing now that in the activity panel it is available or not. So what was the name for this library package? It was user input. If you see, this is the user input, and inside this user input, the this library name is user input, and inside this user input library, that package is available as a user input. So we will be using this user input package. So before using that package, what I would do, I would be keeping this this component separately, and in place of this module or this component, I will be invoking or importing that package user input. User input is now invoked. Just I will add this module, this package with the other activities or modules. Now after that, I will show a different. That is the one another important point was there behind creating this video. That is user input. How we can give the user input in a package. If I click on property, I can see this arguments are there. Those arguments we have created, if you remember, those variables were there. So those variables we have converted into arguments, and this argument now this it would be helping in order to continue this process. So if you remember after watching our previous video about dynamic selection and wildcards, so we'll be providing user inputs here. Different seven user inputs are there, and after providing this user inputs, these user inputs will be provided into one web page. So first, let us open that web page. That web page name is RPA Challenge. This web page would be familiar to many of you, as I told previously also. So this is the web page. Here we'll be giving this user inputs: first name, last name, phone number, role in the company, email ID, company name, address. These are the 7 user inputs are here. What we would be doing, we would be using these user inputs, and based on this user inputs, we'll be like entering those user inputs on the fields. So I click on this attached browser. See, this is the those are the fields. These are the fields where we are entering this user inputs, which we are receiving from that user inputs dialog box. So instead of using this attached browser, this module, we will be using only single this package. And in order to use this package, we need to provide the values here. Whatever the variable values we are receiving from user input. This is first is for address, second for the company name, third is email ID, second is first name, third is last name. Next one is phone number, and the last is role in the company. So we have given the user inputs. We'll be saving this, and we'll be checking this if it is working or not. Before starting, I'll be closing this web page, and we will start again if it is working fine or not. So let's start. It is opening that web browser, and now it is asking for the user input. So let us give some user input. Last name. Now email ID, this phone number, and this address. After that, company role in the company. Now we will see if it is entering numbers or not. So it is now into here. Just we will continue. Let's see it is entering or not. So it is entering the value we received from the user input. And as we can see, values are passing correct. So as we can see here, it was the purpose to create. It was the purpose to create a package or reusable package with user inputs. For example, in many cases, in many scenarios, we will be needing this, will be requiring this reusable package for a library. So, in a different way, we can create a reusable component also. But in order to use that component, we need to make this as a package, and that package, that package we need to uh, make as a in a library reusable package. If we can create that package library, then that package we can use through the all processes wherever based on the scenarios we will be requiring that package. If we keep in a shared folder or using orchestrated that, but if we use a in a single component, but that component we cannot use if it would not be kept in a shared folder. So this is the purpose for using a library package. For a simple, for example, for a login purpose, suppose you need to log into a different in a application, in a desktop application or in a web application. So for that login purposes or login credentials and those activities complete state, that activity complete state we can keep in a different package or in a different library package. And this library package we can use anytime as a reusable package whenever we will be logging into that application in a different process. So that would be very helpful. We don't need to do those activities again and again. It will be a time saving. Also, the code also would be the same. So there will be no mistake or uh, any problem would not be there in order in only for that code. So this is the simple purpose. I hope you understand what the purpose for the this creation of this yeah, dynamic library package, and I hope it was helpful for you to learn about this library creation package, and it was helpful for you. So if you like this video and if it was helpful, please, I am requesting again, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you find this video is helpful, then please like and share with your friends. Thank you, friends. Happy holidays.